All right, all you feral unhinged essentials, welcome back to another episode. It is Wednesday, December 10th. Thank you for joining us again. We are so sorry. I gotta stop. I gotta cramp. My damn calf is angry today. I'm extra old. I don't know what's going on. I hate everything.
He forgot his vitamins, guys. That's what happened.
Man, I gotta go get
his Geritol.
Yeah, my cortisol is up, my testosterone is down. What the fuck? All right, so we're finally into December 10th. Thank you for letting us have our little hiatus. We apologize for the mishaps. We know that several of y'all did not know what to do on your drive to work last Wednesday and Friday. It's my bad. It's Reed's fault, and we're moving on. So suck it up, Buttercup. Here we go. Today we have Dr. Phil back with us.
Welcome back, Phil. Nice
Hello.
to hear from you again.
Yeah.
We are going to talk stress management in the first responder and healthcare world today.
Sounds good. Sounds fun. Let's do her.
This is a new thing for me because I've never been stressed.
Not one day in my life. What is stress?
Yeah. Never had stress.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I am so stressed from yesterday that my calf is cramping. I had a couple of stress moments where I was like dog cussing the people that were checking in, and they were like friends and family of coworkers, and I see their faces and I'm like, oh, hey, sorry, did you hear? You didn't? Okay, cool, come on, let's go.
That's the worst.
We are in the season of all things stress.
Yes. Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Christmas, New Year's.
I love how they crowd it all in just 2 months. It's like, let's just do all the stressors.
Did you handle all your tax stuff?
Oh wait, that's a whole nother one.
Right. Now,
okay, I forgot about that.
Yeah, now everybody's checking in because they want to get like their deductibles met and use their health savings account. And so they're just making up reasons to have surgery. I'm pretty sure there was somebody yesterday that intentionally broke their knee so that they could have surgery.
Let's just do it. Get it done. Hit me harder.
Right. Everybody's sick. Everybody's coughing. Everybody's got a sore throat. They've got ear problems, nasal drainage. And all of us think that it's a whole new COVID or that we all have cancer and we're about to die. And so everybody's angry, stressed. Everybody's mad that they're having to work all the holidays. I have not met a happy person, I think, in like 4 weeks.
I mean,
they don't get happy until February.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until Marvin Gaye starts playing again.
you got your lovey time day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Nobody gets happy until they're like
everybody has great smiles on February 15th.
Yeah. What did you do yesterday? Yeah. Well, it was a pig, but she didn't say no.
It was a great day.
It didn't force me to hang around.
Just had to overlook the snorts. It was fine.
We're going to hell.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Phil, welcome back.
How are y'all?
Hanging,
doing the things,
not stressed.
not what is this word you speak of? Stress.
Yeah, I don't like. We need to look up the dictionary definition of this one. I still can't fucking word. God bless.
Words are hard.
What's hard?
What we hard?
Words not wording.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Did you do anything special?
I worked.
You worked? You had to work Thanksgiving?
I had to work.
Was I the only one that got off on the whole group?
I think so.
Dang. How do you feel about that?
Loser.
We were doing all the things we couldn't do.
I know. Did you have any fun calls on Thanksgiving Day?
No,
Any randos, any weirdos?
no, it was all just mundane. Why are you calling me crap?
Yeah. Have you seen or gone on any ghost hunts since we last spoke to you?
I have not.
You have
It's
not. What have you been doing with your time? Working,
working,
being being non-stressed.
being stress free, non-work, working.
All right. I have a question because I remember my first time as an EMSer. Do you remember your first day, first call in EMS?
Absolutely,
Can you tell us about it?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been in the back of an ambulance. I mean, I wasn't true EMSer yet. I was still going through all the training, but the shift started at 7 a.m. And of course, I was the overachiever, and I got there at like 6:35, and
Mm-hmm.
didn't know anybody in the room. And tones drop at 7:02 for emergent transfer, going to bigger facility.
Yeah.
Well, coming out of OB,
Oh.
we get there, and the lovely OB nurses give us a very basic report. They leave out some key details, or fudge on a few key numbers that should have been included. And we get to the truck, and we no more than get pulled out of the parking lot, and we're talking contractions every 2 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is baby number 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I see that going downhill real
I'm
fast.
so glad we're talking about stress management today.
So
like, woman, you better cross your legs.
well, the medic that I'm working with, he's been in the business long time. And he looks at me and he said, "Okay, you got one job on this trip." He said, "You time those contractions." And of course, I'm, green as a gourd, don't really know much of nothing. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, they're consistent every 2 minutes. Well, he turns around from the back and leans up front and tells his partner, "We need to go. Don't stop at the red lights, and don't let your foot up off the pedal." And we're just as fast as we can go. We get to the receiving facility, and that's the fastest that I have ever seen this guy move in my life. We did the rapid extracto cuddle in a hurry. And we get inside the facility doors, and they put us on the elevator. We go up to the floor that the patient's going to. And I mean, we no more than got the cop pulled out, and this kid's crying.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't realize at the time how stressed I should have been. He was sweating bullets, and pretty sure his hair was standing up on his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll never forget that. That was the first call I ever experienced in EMS.
Holy crap. That was your
feels
very
like
first
this
one.
is fun. Let's do it again.
I have never seen a group of people move faster than an ER with a chief complaint of impending labor. I will see people that have not moved an inch in 6 years teleport.
For sure.
Yeah, they was like, I'm not staring at that. I'm not watching anything peak. I have literally. I'm like,
I get a sudden bout of diarrhea and disappear, so it's fine.
But I mean, from the EMS side, you call in report that you're coming in with a, labor
in progress.
Yeah, and they like, I mean, typically you walk in, everybody's just, kind of like, hey, how are you? No, they're lined up with the pathway going down the hall with the doors open, going,
Yeah,
get the
all the
hell
doors are
on
open.
through.
You have total control of the elevator. Security's with you.
Yeah.
You do not stop. Keep
Yeah.
going. Right
We don't
there.
we don't want
get
any
the
kind of
red
report.
carpet.
We don't want to know nothing about nothing. Just go.
Yeah. Bring down the piece of paper from upstairs. That's
Yeah.
all we
Yeah.
need. But
Yeah.
get out of
We'll sign later.
here. My God. My first was a meth head. I don't know how I started with meth or stuck with meth or why I attract meth heads. I do not look that nice. I do not carry drugs with me. But my very first call was to this bar known for drug deals. And there was an assault, and the dispatch information was autoped, like car versus pedestrian.
Oh wow.
I was like, man, this is gonna be fun. And so now I'm on the fire engine, so we're responding first, and I am as basic can be. I'm pretty sure the stitches and the heat on my patch that went on my shirt had not like dissipated yet. And it's like, all right, man, you're up. And I'm like, I'm up. I don't even know what to do or where stuff is. It's my first day. And they're like, good luck. So frequent flyer, they knew this chick and they were going to let me figure it out. And so I guess, they were doing drugs and drinking in this bar and got in an argument because he looked at literally, he looked at another guy and she got mad.
He looked at another guy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the amount of weirdness in this call was epic. So we pull up and Methany is sitting outside, smoking her cigarette, eating air biscuits, tweaking as hard as she could be, and her middle finger and her ring finger on her right hand are pointing in opposite directions. I'm like, maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's like, ma'am, I need you to sit down. You got ran over by a car. Yep. Okay, what happened? And she was like, well, and then without taking her Marlboro out of her mouth, she's doing the little talk and the flick of her cigarette at the same time, telling me how her boyfriend and they were in a bar, looked at another guy, and she got pissed and they got in an argument and that led outside. And now it's an assault because he hit her and whatever. And he got in the car and she tried to stop him. Her ring finger got bent one direction because he closed the car door on it. And I guess somehow she was able to pull it out.
Ooh.
And then he backed up and she tried to stop the car. And that's how her middle finger got bent the other direction. And so literally she looked like a set of rabbit ears on her right hand. Trying to get ABC to come in from a different location.
Wow.
And I'm just like turning around looking at my friends and they're just like, no, man, it's all you. Good luck.
She had the permanent live long and prosper.
Yeah. Literally, like her middle finger was touching her thumb, her ring finger was bent over her pinky finger. And I'm trying to, but I remember when the tones dropped, I started sweating in places I didn't know you could sweat from. I was so scared because they had told me, hey, we're gonna let you figure it out. We're not gonna let you kill anybody, but we're gonna let you figure it out. Like, you gotta learn. And then it's an auto bed and I'm like, hey, I'm thinking that like 60 miles an hour, somebody hit somebody, they exploded like a bug on a windshield, and we're gonna have to find body parts. I remember being so stressed. The phrase that kept going in my head was like, just like, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't look stupid, don't mess up, don't say anything like, did it hurt? Or where did your eyeball go? Like, all of the scenarios of panic induced and don't be an idiot we're going through. And I think everybody has had that. I've always asked them, their first call, their first actual emergency, you know, how did you handle the stress getting there? Because it was the first time, like, really, like, it was a real emergency. So I'm getting in the fire truck, they're starting it up, all the information's coming through on the headset, lights and sirens are going off, traffic's moving out of the way. We're like, holy shit. So one thing, I'm like, I'm actually in the movie Backdraft and this is badass. Can I honk the horn? And like, I'm a little kid, but I'm also in charge at the same time. And so it's like, look professional, expect, cell phones to be recording you. I like petrified. I'm pretty sure I peed and farted at the same time. And it was just little old Methany that after that probably ran on her 20 times.
Oh, wow.
Or her fingers still
the same bar because she lived in the hotel attached to the bar.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You just scared to death. How about you? Like, do you have a stress induced, like, early on call? Or do you have calls that just give you stress all the time?
Not now. Like,
your salty dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now, I remember my first time working in an ER. I had no damn clue what I was doing. Never worked in an ER. Hated the ER when I was in nursing school. Hated it. I was like, there is no goddamn way I'm going to work in this fucking place.
No, wait, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Was it more because of the people working there, or was it just the chaos of the situation?
No, it was the people. Like, they sent me to a hospital that probably has the saltiest nurses that exist out there.
Nice.
And it was like, you walk into this ER and you walk up to their desk and you're young and you're like, let's do this. I mean, I was already a nurse. I was an LPN
Johnny
at the
student,
time.
and they're like, fuck off.
I was already an LPN at the time, right? So like, I walk up to the desk and who are you? I'm Cole. I'm a student. Get the big eye roll and the
yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
who wants the kid today? Who's babysitting?
That's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a bad day.
Yeah.
Bad day.
How long do I have to be here?
So our clinical, I think, was, I don't remember, like 8 hours or something like that. So it was a pretty long clinical.
Yeah.
And so I go in and try to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm chasing around this nurse that's like moving,
teleporting,
like Flash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. What am I supposed to be doing? And they get a patient in. They're like, well, you better write down the stuff if you're going to do a care plan on it. I mean, I'm like, okay, I'm writing. I didn't know what the hell to do. So I remember at lunch that day specifically, we got our 30 minutes to go to lunch. And I'm like, yes. And I looked at my instructor. I said, please don't make me go back. I'll write 6 papers over whatever you want. And I'll have them by tomorrow. Don't make me go back. She was like, go to med surg, it's fine. I'm like, thank you.
And now you work in an ER.
And now I work in an ER.
So what made you change?
So
it was med surg.
So like yeah. So like as an LPN, I did hospice, I did nursing homes, I did all the things, because as a LPN or LVN, whatever, like back then, they paid better than hospitals. So it wasn't really worth me going to a hospital, or at least I didn't feel like it. I mean, I remember the first job I applied for in a hospital, they offered me $6 an hour. I'm like, well, hell, before I became a LPN, I was making $5.45.
Yeah.
That ain't much,
Yeah.
So instead I went to a nursing home and I made 13. I was excited. I made $13 an hour. Anyway, so I was working for a home health. I hated home health. Hated it. God, I hated home health.
What made you hate? Was it going into people's homes?
No, it wasn't even that, because I did hospice.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to all kinds of people's houses, so that wasn't a big deal. It was like with hospice, you have things set up, like protocols and stuff, where you can do things and you don't have to pick up the phone. Hey, doctor, can I wipe their ass?
Oh,
You know, in home health, you have to, if you go in and they have sutures and they had one suture missed and they just found it, I have to call the doctor. So they have a whole one suture left. Can I pull that out? I just couldn't get on board with it.
gotcha.
And then they sent me to some BFE place, like out in the middle of nowhere. And I go up to the door and I knock on this door, no answer. I'm like, shit, what do I do? So I stood there for a second, knocked again, and no answer. So I go back out and I call the home health company, and they're like, just go in and go and see if they're okay.
No, no, no.
I'm like, I mean, already there, I'm like, red flag is up. I'm like, you're kidding, right? And they're like, no, sometimes they just don't answer. Just call out, just let them know who you are and go in and check. So I open the door. Oh my God. And I walk into this house. It's a mess in there. It's like shit's thrown everywhere. Hello, I'm so and so from so and so. Anybody home? No answer. And I'm like, this is awkward as hell. So I walk to like the hallway and I stop and I do it one more time and I'm like, screw this, I'm done. So I get back in the car and I call him back. I said, I walked in that house. I'm not doing that again. So yeah, they're not home. I'm not going to go trifle through their damn house. And so I think that was my last day there. And so, yeah, so I didn't have a job. And one of the girls that I worked with at the home health at the time, her significant other was working in an ER. And she called me like randomly, like a couple of days later, and she's like, "Hey, you got to interview in this ER." And I'm like, "I don't remember applying for that." She said,
Yeah.
"Interview," and she was like, "Well, my significant other got you the interview. They want to interview you today at noon." And I'm like, "Oh hell!" I'm like, "Screw it. I don't have a job. I need some money, so I'm gonna go for this interview." They hired me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, you realize I have no experience in an ER. I couldn't even make it through a clinical in the ER. Yeah, it was bad. It was awful. Obviously, I survived it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. And I think like in 3 months there, I was already charged there. So I was like,
God bless.
okay, so I did something right. So
What, Dr. Phil, what was your, outside of that first one, what's been your most stressful call?
The was the very first call I got after I got my paramedic.
Man,
It was
your first are sound impressive.
yeah. Well, this one we get toned out for everyday chest pain call. Me and my partner, we're heading that way. Call's going great. It's like a 20-mile to get on scene. Well, they start telling us more information as we're going. Fire department had showed up and they're relaying some vitals. This simple chest pain call has now turned into a breathing problems, chest pain. And as we're pulling up, I can see their emergency lights. We're still a couple miles out, but I can see their emergency lights. And the dispatcher comes over the radio and goes, "Be advised, CPR in progress."
Ugh.
I looked at my partner and I said, "Nope, turn this bitch around. I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah. I'm cutting up the piece of paper. I'm done. I'm out. Yeah.
So we pull up on scene. Homeboy's laying on the ground. Fire department standing around looking at him, and I'm like, well, either he's done met the Lord, or there wasn't a cardiac arrest. But we get out, and the first responders like, well, he was talking to us, clutched his chest, dropped to the ground, quit breathing. We started CPR. We hooked up our AED and shocked him once, and now he's breathing and he's starting to come around and he's fighting us. I'm like, can he not just be one or the other?
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, we got him in the truck. I got him somewhat calmed down, did all the things, had him on BiPAP, because his stats were shit. Pressure was shit over shit. He was shit over shit. And got him back. by the time I got to the hospital, everything had improved. He was doing a lot better. Same guy, week later, exact same call came out.
Oh no.
Except this time he was at his camper trailer that he lived in, which was like 4 foot by 8 foot
That's always exciting.
with the 2 foot door, and he's 4 foot wide.
Oh wow.
Breathing problems again. So I ran on this guy back to back weeks, but yeah, that was hands down so I mean, as a new medic, was the first like, oh shit, I've got to actually do something here.
Yeah,
I'm responsible.
everyone's
Yeah.
looking at me.
Yeah, it's like
I'm the one with the answers.
somebody calls for some help, and you are the help.
Yeah, we did. You're here.
Who's the adult?
Yeah. Man, I remember doing my ride outs as a medic in Texas, and I had a buddy that worked at a huge, very large fire department that ran EMS, and they had a contract with the school that I went to, and I said, man, I want to get my butt kicked. And he's like, you come to our station, you can get your butt kicked. And I said, yeah, I just want to learn stuff. I don't want to be an idiot. Is there any way that you could be my preceptor and get me in? He's like, I know your director. Let me make a phone call. So they made a phone call, and I got to go out there. In medic school, remember when they were going over all the arrhythmias, dysrhythmias, and stuff like that through your cardiac program? They talked about a sinus arrest or a sinus pause. Yep. They're like, you're never going to see this in the field, but here's what it looked like. That was like call 2.
Oh God.
This guy's sitting there, and he's like, I just, I woke up, I didn't feel good. I wanted to take a shower. I felt weird. I passed out, and then I woke up and I threw up everywhere. He's like, so I, took another shower, and, we called 911. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, but I fainted again. And when I woke up, I threw up. And, now y'all are here. It's like, okay. So I had a problem. I spent several years as a basic, and now I'm a medic. So I was used to hands-on doing all the things. And their department was really good about the lead medic being hands off and standing back and looking at the whole picture. So kind of getting that 360-degree view. This is all the things that are going on. You direct the call and tell everybody what to do. Delegate. I was terrible at it. Terrible.
Just get out of my way. I'll do it.
Exactly.
They told me, we will not do anything until you tell us to do it.
Oh.
And we have this sinus arrest guy. And so I walk in, and I like kneel down in front of the couch right in front of him. I'm asking him all the questions and doing everything. They're standing at the door. They're holding all the things. So I turn around and look, and I'm like, they look at me like, what do you want? So finally I get flustered and have to stop. I'm like, I need vitals and an EKG. And so 5 minutes later, they're walking in. Finally one of the guys is like holding up an IV. He's like, like shakes it. I'm like, yeah, one of those too. And he says, okay. So at this point, like, we're putting the 12 lead on him, and he's like, oh God, I don't feel good. And I'm like, well, how do you not feel good? And we're looking at the monitor, and we're like, that's weird. It just stopped. And he's like, and like slumps over on the couch. And I was like, hey man, hey. And I'm like tapping him like, wake up, buddy. Looking at the monitor, and then all of a sudden it starts again. He's like, whoa. And he looks back at me again, and he's like, what happened? I'm like, I think he died. And I look at the guy, and he's like, yeah, I think he died. I'm fucking stressed out. And then he throws up everywhere, and I'm like, like the captain looks at me, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I think I want to go. I want to go. He goes, do you want to leave, or do you want to take the patient with you? I'm like,
want to go.
yes.
Let's go somewhere.
It's like we get him on the stretcher, he does it again, and he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "You just bought yourself a pacemaker, buddy."
Yeah.
Like, we're going to the hospital right now, very very fast. Oh, God bless, man. The things that stress. What stresses you out now? Like, because it's been years that you've been doing it, right?
Yeah. Kids still stress me out.
Yeah.
That's the big one is kids, because they can't tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
And, of course, you can walk in and look and go sick or not sick.
Right.
But, the sick ones, because they just go until they don't go.
Right.
They crash
And
so fast. It's
yeah,
like,
and it's
you
never,
don't have very much time with kids.
you
I
never,
hate seeing somebody under like the age of 5 be tired or lethargic.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, it's time to go right now. Do all the things. Come on.
Yeah. And it's never short transport times either with these kids.
No.
Yeah.
It's always the ones that they live in,
The next
BFE,
state. Yeah.
got to cross 3 rivers and, trek a mile to get to them. And then, you get them to the truck and they're just lifeless on the bed. And you're like, we got to go.
Mm.
Then you got mom gathering up, 47 different bags to take with us. Well, we might need this and we might need, you don't need nothing right now. You need to get your ass in the truck because we're leaving.
Oh my God, man! Where I worked in Dallas, we had an Indian population, and I'm going to be inappropriate. Not the feather; it was the dot. Indian population. So when their kids went to the hospital, it was like the mom and the aunt and the other family members and anybody associated with that mother and all the women like had to go with you, and there was no telling them no. And so it's like, I've got 3 extra seat belts in my ambulance for y'all. So pick 3 and they'll go. And then they're all praying over the kid and like leaning and doing all the things, and you can't do anything. I'm like, if you don't stop touching them, like that was stressful in itself. And then God forbid it be a female child that you're like, hey, I have to expose them and do something, because then all the religious
Yep.
things come into play.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a female, I'm a male. Not only am I not a female but a male, but I'm a white male. I'm not part of their religion, and I'm not a family member, and they're saying no. And I'm like, you don't understand. If I don't do this right now, that the child that you're falling all over and praying all over is probably going to die.
Yep.
And they're like, okay. Like, what? I'm going to need you to sign all these refusal forms right here, right now, right now.
Yeah.
Because the shit's about to get real and you're not going to like what you see. Yeah, kids freak me out. What freaks you out? What gets you? I mean, you were saying that you kind of like roll with it.
I do. Okay, so kids are one.
Yeah.
I think what stresses me most is like drunks, meth heads, and things like that. That stress me out.
That makes you feel unsafe. Like
it does, but it's like because you're continuously having to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to redirect them. You have to try not to get your butt whooped while you're doing it.
Yeah.
So that stresses me out. Like that's just a stressor that's not needed, especially like in an ER environment. It's just not needed. It's like, there's other appropriate places these people can go. I mean, I get you want med clearance and all that stuff. I understand that. But if they're unsafe, quit bringing them to the ER.
Yeah.
Quit it.
What freaks me out now is the quiet psych or intoxicated people.
Yeah.
The loud ones, I'm like, all right, you're doing about the level that you're going to do, because you're just being loud and you're wanting attention, and no big deal. I'm gonna let you do your thing. It's the ones where you ask a question and they just like stare through your soul.
Yes, those are
like,
freaky.
They have a gun, they have a knife, they have a something, a shank, a shiv. I'm gonna get stabbed or something. And then it's always like, let me help you do something, and the trigger is like you touch their arm to help them sit down, and then all hell breaks loose. And you're fighting a Tasmanian devil like mixed with a Chihuahua.
I think like a lot of it, what stresses me out is the fact that you've got sick people there that you need to pay attention to. And then you have these people just acting out because they want attention.
Yeah.
I'm like, quit.
Mhm.
You're an adult, act like an adult.
So how do you manage your stress now? How do you stay calm going into that?
I usually have to walk away from it for a little bit. Just
Yeah, give me a moment.
let me,
Like you watch them, let me go
Yes.
compose myself.
yes, let
Yeah.
me have my moments, and I'll put my shit back together, and then I'll be okay.
Dr. Phil, what do you do?
Kind of the same. I mean, that you know, it different, with us in the EMS because I can somewhat kind of prepare myself mentally on the way to the call. I can, you know, have you get the kid call, you can, prepare yourself like, okay, going on this kid, don't know what's going on yet, but, you know, kind of look at a few things, based on what you get from dispatch and, you know, just try to mentally prepare myself so that I'm not, on edge when I walk in the door.
Yeah.
But I had one of the older guys tell me one time, he said you can't do your job if you're freaking out. He said, so, you know, he said, you get on scene, he said, you're the one that everybody's watching. He said, stay calm, take care of it. And he said, handle it, transfer your patient. And he said, then we can get in the back of the truck and yell, scream, cuss, throw shit, you know, jump up and down, run out in traffic, whatever we got to do after the call. He said, keep your stress under wraps until the call's done, which, kind of stuck. So,
I think I'm the same way. So I actually, if I feel myself getting super stressed, they always had like the pop the rubber band on your wrist thing, like
mhm.
for anxiety or stress.
Mm-hmm.
I so I bite the inside of my cheek. I've noticed that I do that. Like I'll kind of like I'll pull my lip in
And start
and
chewing.
like I'll bite a little bit, and then it tells me just to like it's weird. And it's my own process, so let me do it. But it makes me breathe and slow down.
Okay. I gotcha.
And then going through a couple of classes on handling difficult when I worked for the sheriff's office, it was the more that they got stressed, the quieter I got. I would do that. Like if they got loud, I started like evening out. They get loud and I start whispering. Finally, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. All right. So with like new stress, also, do you feel like when you were first new that the stress that the calls induced, does that help you or hurt you on your calls today?
I think it's good learning experience. I mean, because like now I don't get excited over things, not like I used to.
So
I mean,
I used to get super stressed over cardiac arrest, and it wasn't until like I finally had a captain go, "You're not going to hurt them."
no, they're your most stable patient.
When I
It's
felt
like,
safe with that, going, "Oh yeah, right, they're already dead." Like, the only
how am
thing
I going to make them deader?
yeah, the only thing we're going to do is bring them back, and if we don't, then we didn't do it. We didn't make them dead. We just didn't. The things that we're supposed to do didn't work, and so it was always like, make sure you go through your stuff, and that helped me manage my stress on all the other calls. It was just
I
like,
ain't going to
hey,
make them worse, sir.
yeah, stop, go slow,
Mhm.
and then like, man, algorithms. I think in algorithms still to this day, not even related to work. Like home stuff is algorithm. Going to the grocery store is algorithm, unless I'm looking for celery stock. But going going through like doing anything is like is an algorithm. I make algorithms for stuff. Like how am I going to trim trees? Come up with an algorithm. That's what I do.
I don't know. It just seems like it's so repetitive that you're programmed. That's what you do. It's
you
like,
work enough respiratory, cardiac, neuro, OB that you're like, oh, well, this is what we do, and this is how we do it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
now
just
things
muscle
that
memory.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Is there things that like come in and I'm like, okay, is this just a simple back pain or is this something else? Like I think a patient that I triaged, I honestly just thought it was going to be like a simple chest x-ray and then you're going to get a kick in the butt out the front door. I was wrong. I had to start an IV, had to draw blood, I had to do all the things. I mean, it made sense why, because of age and risk factors and things like that. I understood that once it was explained to me because I was like, why are we doing IV blood and all this on a simple? It was more like rib pain. It wasn't even, I'm having a heart attack. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just simple rib pain.
I triaged a 5 for being out of medication. And it turned into a flight transfer.
Oh, shit.
it was like CHF complicated by like low EF.
Oh, God.
And there was something else in on it. I'm like, we're doing who to what?
Do you want me to change?
And
my
they're like, that
level?
5 that you walked back to the hallway is now in the trauma room being flown out. I'm like, we're out of beds. That's all they said. That's all they said. they wanted a prescription. What happened?
Do you want me to go in and fix my ESI level?
Yeah. Do I need to make them a 2? So bad. Oh, that's awesome. Dr. Phil, thank you so much again for coming and hanging out with us and talking stress and all things weird about EMS and hospital stuff. We hope that we did not trigger anybody in a bad way with their stress stuff. I hope that people realize that, 1, they're not alone if they're stressed, and 2, if they are, I hope that just, quote unquote, triggers them to move back to the basics, simplify everything, take a step back, and do a good look. Also, ask for help. If you're alarmed and stressed, man, look at somebody and go, hey, am I missing something? Here's what I'm going with, and help me out with that. But
fall back on those calls that go back and think about, the last time I had this call, it stressed me out and this is what was wrong. Use it as a learning tool. And in my personal opinion, if you get to a point where calls don't stress you out to some level, it might be time to think about doing something different.
Yeah.
Because if you get to the point to where nothing gets you amped up, nothing gets you, wanting to do more and do your job better, then you've kind of lost sight of where you're at.
I can agree with that. I mean,
in this field.
That is perfect information and great advice to have.
Yeah.
So with that, we are going to shut down. Thank you, Dr. Phil, again for being with us.
Love it. Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Hugs and cuddles.
Kisses, loves, all the things.